Aldub, consisting of Alden Richards and Maine Mendoza, got married, well, through their characters as Alden and Yaya Dub, in the Eat Bulagas Kalisari last October 22, 2016. But in real life, Maine Mendoza declares that no marriage happened between the real Alden Richards and the real Maine Mendoza, amidst the desire of some hardcore Aldub fans. The recent interview of Maine Mendoza with OG Diaz sparked the interest of the die-hard fans. And for us, it also sparked the interest to check if this trending event happened in our previous predictions. So, let's go memory lane and check the events for Maine and Alden. And we start, ladies first, with Maine Mendoza. We placed on the right side the predictions, and highlighted those that are applicable, that came true, related to the news or articles we found. Now, the recent interview of Maine Mendoza is like a repeat performance if we compare on this March 7, 2022 article, where the title urged the people to stop believing the make-believe wedding. It narrates about an entertainment website that sort of originated the fake news wedding, with some fans ended up believing it to be true, and even saved the article for their consumption before it was deleted. So, we can relate this to the gossips, fame issues, and husband-like issues we have predicted. Still, Maine Mendoza continued with her life, with this March 15, 2022 article showing her as a feature for the L'Official's anniversary issue, and we relate this to the desired attention and better launching prediction. Around May 2022, Maine Mendoza attended her sister's wedding, showing the nice public relations we predicted for her. But on the same article, it emphasizes that Maine and Arjo Ataida, his current and real boyfriend, can't get married this year because of sukab, a Filipino tradition preventing siblings to marry on the same year. So, we can also relate that to being stagnant, weird desires, yet still good husband-related stuffs, with Maine and Arjo's picture showing like a married couple. A June 25, 2022 article narrates an alleged issue between Maine and Maho Salvador, relating to Maho's Instagram video, allegedly showing Maine to feel off, walked out, with Maho and Alan K shown laughing afterwards. Maine's fans pointed this out as a form of bullying, but Maine immediately downplayed the rumors and called to stop pitting women against each other. Still, fans still insisted that respect should still be given to Maine. And we can relate this to the biases at work, unhelpful artists, but still Maine ending to be very likable predictions we have made. We now go to the July 29, 2022 article, where Arjo Ataida and Maine Mendoza are reportedly engaged. Maine earned the support of many people, trending as usual, including Sylvia Sanchez, Arjo's mother, who declared to love Maine as her own daughter. This we can relate to the good option, desired attention, and good husband-related matters that we predicted. Maine proceeded with her other good activities, including around October 3, 2022 Bench Fashion Week runway with her Magandang Buket collection ensemble. She then had her sleepover, turned Singapore travel with showbiz friends MJ Lastimosa and Maho Salvador, as shown on this October 17, 2022 article. She was nominated as Best Lifestyle Host in the 27th Asian TV Awards on this November 1, 2022 article. She also graced the Mega Magazine November cover as we see on this November 3, 2022 article. All of these we can relate to the good story, good artistic works, and happiness we predicted for her. Then, we now tackle the controversial interview of Maine with OG Diaz also last November 3, 2022, where Maine Mendoza confessed that she is getting tired of sending direct messages to fans who have the delusion that she and her fellow actor Alden Richards are married and have children. Mendoza stressed that while she is grateful to those who supported her from the start of her career, she dislikes fooling anyone for the sake of money and fame. This earned some bashing from the fans, which we can attribute to the lack of assistance and sort of broken promises we predicted. But this also shows the good story and artistic works for Maine at this time, as we have also predicted. Maine then went on with Arjo Ataida, exploring Europe together, as they celebrate the latter's birthday on this November 7, 2022 article. This we can attribute to the good story, romance, and happiness we predicted for her. By the way, this reading is for entertainment purposes only, and no guarantee can be given as to the accuracy of the reading. Please always use your own common sense and judgment. Viewers and audience discretion is always advised. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Do also check the description box for the prediction video links that we have published last February 27, 2022 for Maine Mendoza and March 14, 2022 for Alden Richards, so you can verify our predictions. I also don't know how to edit those videos, maybe except for the thumbnail or title, but I'm not techie enough, ha ha ha, so the video predictions were also said and done without changes months ago. We now go to the Pambansang Bay, Alden Richards. This March 18, 2022 article shows Alden with his summer-ready body, being unproductive but with good pleasure in Palawan and had the desired attention and being very likable, as predicted, as he trended with his hotness. Then there is the Lazada 10th birthday epic super party, which Alden Richards led on this March 19, 2022 article, showing the good opportunities and nice expansion prediction. Apparently, there was an issue about a fake unclothed photo circulating at this time, as reported on this April 5, 2022 article, where Alden allegedly took a mirror selfie with no clothes on. Fortunately, his talent agency is taking a legal step over this, and we can attribute this event to the big gossips, bad attacks, social media concerns, yet, with good other bosses relations and being well protected, as predicted. Alden moved on and received good words from Miss Universe Spain 2021 Sarah Loinas, describing Alden to be a humble person on this May 6, 2022 article. Alden then went to New York and graced the premiere night of the American science fiction horror drama series Stranger Things, 4th season. He also became the Ethyl Alcohol Casino Active's newest ambassador, as described on this May 27, 2022 article. All of these represents the good connections, good pleasure, and wealth gains we predicted. There was a minor hiccup as reported on this June 1, 2022 article, where Alden is reported to have contracted with COVID, postponing the taping and showing of their Startup PH series. We relate this to the unable to deliver results, being unproductive, and instability predictions we made. Still, Alden was able to bounce back immediately, as he flexed his math skills through a quiz on an online filter. On this June 9, 2022 article, brought his A-game and attended the Mega Ball wearing a Francis Liberon belted suit. On this June 12, 2022 article, declared as best dressed, with Ruru Madrid. On this June 15, 2022 article, led the launch of the Search for the Next Century Tuna Superbuds 2022 with Bea Alonso. On this June 17, 2022 article, showed again his good physique and abs. On this July 2, 2022 article, became the Mega Man cover for the magazine's July issue on the same date, and became Walter Mart's new brand ambassador on this July 8, 2022 article. We can attribute all of them to the good competitiveness, good opportunities, and better assets we predicted. A minor issue on this August 1, 2022 article was published, about Alden not greeting Maine and Arjo on their engagement, on which we relate to the problematic partnerships and public relations concern we predicted. Alden ignored the issue, and proceeded with his busy activities ahead, headlining the Kadaiwan Festival GMA shows in Davao on August 21, 2022, became dashing as ever at the Vogue Philippines Gala wearing an all-black ensemble last August 29, 2022, and had his forward US concerts around the first week of September 2022. We attribute these to the nice expansion, good showmanship, and grand fame prediction we made. Although, there was also a minor issue on this September 5, 2022 article, stating that his first show has many vacant seats, consistent with the poor risk-taking, bad venture and bad strategy we also predicted. Still, Alden went on with the red carpet premiere of his Startup PH series around September 17, 2022, which was officially aired last September 26, 2022, had his new venture in the Eraserheads concert on this September 20, 2022 article, and recently threw a Thanksgiving party with Bea Alonso, for the cast and crew of Startup PH, for their exceptional ratings. We attribute these to the supportive performers, better launching, and good opportunities we predicted. Yet, issues are always around the corner, with this negative comparison with Daniel Padilla on this October 25, 2022 article, and of course, the recent explosive interview of Maine Mendoza, tackling, and hopefully clearing, their alleged marriage. We relate them to the big gossips and social media issues we predicted. So, what's next for both Maine and Alden? Well, both of them may still have mixed experiences in the coming months with our predictions. For Maine Mendoza, that interview may still have an influence in the coming months, with public relations concerns and husband-like issues noted, so hopefully that can be managed. Yet, Maine can still have joyful moments for the remaining time, with good romance and happiness brewing on the horizon. For Alden Richards, he may still be very busy with his very hectic schedules ahead. Well, he's in demand, so that would not be a surprise. We just hope he can manage the big changes, potential obstacles, and instability around December. Otherwise, things should still come off as good for him for the remaining months. For the hardcore fans, maybe acceptance is the key. It was around mid-2018 that Alden and Maine went on separate ways to pursue solo projects. Yet, maybe they can remain hopeful, consistent with the Tamang Panahon hashtag that previously trended. Although we can totally blame those die-hard fans, who have invested a lot for this love team, to show disappointments, still, as proper fans, the usual support from them would be needed if they want Alden and Maine to prosper, to be successful, either together or separately. But for sure, the Aldub fans are grateful for the joy that this love team brought to them, and vice versa for Alden and Maine, for the momentous support they receive. Do you have more insights about this? Do comment now, down below.